Hello, everyone. My name is Kara Canuck, and I am with Des Moines Mom. And today we are chatting with Anissa DA, and she is the director of Primrose School in Urbandale. Anissa, can you just give me a little bit of information as to where your location is?
So we're located at 12001 Hickman Road. We're in front of Lifetime Fitness and next door to Stu Hansen.
Oh, okay. Very good. That is very easy to get to. And you are a new facility, the first Primrose here in Des Moines. What is your first day that you guys are going to be open?
We're going to be open January 18th.
Oh, getting close. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
it's around the
All right.
corner.
Yes, very much so. Okay, so let's chat a little bit about, we are living still in a time where COVID is something that we have to be mindful about. Can you tell me a little bit about what things you are doing to prevent spread there at your school?
So we've done a lot, especially since our construction was delayed a little bit. We
Mhm.
put an iWave air purifier in our HVAC system, which is located up above us. And
Mhm.
then we have the water, soap, and paper towel dispensers are touchless. We'll have a keyless entry at the front where parents can enter the door with a key fob. And we'll be checking temps, of course, in the morning and then midday. And then also with our sanitation and disinfectant, that'll be an extensive process. Our laundry for children's sheets and cots, sleep sacks, which we provide here in the building, those will
That's
be
awesome.
laundered. Yeah, those will be laundered daily. We want to prevent that back and forth of equipment. We want to make sure what we have here for children stays clean and we don't have to worry about it going back and forth. So folks won't need to bring those extra, blankets, and we'll stay on top of it on our end.
Okay. If my child has a lovey, I suppose that means they probably should keep that at home, right?
If we can. Now, the thing is that we want to be respectful of children because we understand that this is a process as far as like
Right.
transitioning into a new program. And so if it is something that's truly necessary, we'll come up with a plan to make sure it goes into a bag and it's transported back and forth. But if we can avoid that, we really want to make sure we do. Now, we do have some friends that still use their binkies.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. We just want to make sure that we have the children's first and last name and it'll go in a bag and then it can be taken home to be cleaned.
That sounds like a very good middle ground for trying to accommodate all children and families and their needs and wants. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, hot topic. What are you guys doing as far as masks?
So we are currently, the CDC recommends children wear masks. They are not required to wear a mask, but teachers in classrooms will all be wearing masks throughout the day. Those children that are able to manage a mask, we request that we have masks that have children's names on it, so the
Mhm.
right kid goes with the right mask. And then
Mhm.
also we have a fresh mask for the afternoon to change out to.
That sounds good. I think that those are policies and approaches that everybody can be on board with.
Definitely.
How are you guys doing as far as food and preparation of that there?
We have a wonderful cook that we've hired on, and she's worked with Primrose before. And so she knows expectations, which is fantastic. Her kitchen is going to be set up, and once again, we'll manage with the disinfectant and sanitizing
Mhm.
everything. We'll go
Yeah.
ahead and plate food and then have it brought to the rooms. During this time, we want to avoid family style dining. And we know family style dining is best, but we want to make sure that we're all staying healthy. So we'll go ahead and pre-plate.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I know that that is how they are doing those in elementary and high school, middle school ages too. So that makes perfect sense. Well, it sounds like you guys have lots going on as far as COVID-19 and your policies for that. Can we talk a little bit just about what makes Primrose Primrose? I mean, if you ask any other parent who has experience with their child being in a Primrose school, they will sing praises about your education system. What Tell me what about your education system sets you apart?
It's been interesting. I'm from Des Moines, so Primrose is new to me, but definitely speaks to me on many different levels as far as meeting the children where they're at, finding what their interests are and engaging them, and asking those open-ended questions, kind of make the learning a little bit more challenging, especially for our friends that master things in seconds. We want to make sure that we're respectful of children and their learning style. So Primrose has an education council. They review and create our curriculum. And this is an education council of professors and professionals in the field. So we're looking at research-based information on brain development, like I said, best practices. It's brought down to us, it's given to us. And then what we're able to do is bring it to life. What Primrose is giving teachers is time to intentionally teach. So we're looking at opportunities to really engage with the child, build those relationships, get to know those kids, and seek out to support that passion for learning. So that's what sets Primrose apart. Now, the rooms are created in a layout that is similar with all Primroses across the United States. So if a child comes from California to Des Moines, they're going to see the same layout, and the curriculum cycle is identical. So that way they're not missing anything by moving from one state to another. We're all on the same page.
That's awesome. I think continuity is so important at that early age when people or when children are figuring out, what to expect and how to cope with these new environments and these new things that they're being taught. And so, right, that continuity of education is super important. And I think the way that you have structured your curriculum sounds amazing. Okay, so we've talked about curriculum, we've talked about, your COVID-19 policies, and you've got me convinced. What is the process? What does the process look like as far as enrolling my child at Primrose?
We have a window of opportunity because we do, the building is not open to children just yet. So what we're doing is we are offering in-person tours for parents. For a parent to leave their child in any facility, you want to be able to look at it. So we've got this little window of time. So I recommend getting in on a tour, come check it out. I want to answer those questions that parents have. And then, of course, once we get to the 18th, when we have children in the program, then we'll go back to virtual tours. I really do. I hope that folks take us up on this window of opportunity because it's an amazing facility. The building is beautiful. The equipment is wonderful. The teachers that we're getting on board will be doing orientation with those parents, and we'll be doing those Zoom with teachers.
That sounds great. And one thing that I did want to point out to our followers here that are watching today is that if you decide that you are interested in enrolling your child, you can save the registration fee, which is $175. So yeah, make sure that you mention Des Moines Mom and you will save on that pre-registration fee. So that sounds really great. Okay, so I would love to see this classroom that you are in. Tell
All
me,
right.
can you show me what
We
my
have
child would experience?
Yes, we have 13 classrooms in the building, and we have 2 of each age group. And then we also have an interesting room, which is called Primrose Pathways. And it's for those children that have those birthdays where they could go to kindergarten or could stay back, but it's an opportunity where we can go ahead and teach to those children, and then they don't have to repeat those other programs while they're moving through Primrose. So this particular room is preschool 1. And it's a huge room. So across the nation, classrooms, preschool rooms, children get about 35 square feet per child. Here, we're giving children 50 square feet per child. And so we don't have a large motor room. We have a large room where we can be inside to do physical activities and all of the learning activities that we have here. And then straight out, I'll show you the playground first. So this right here, straight out, let's hopefully I can, I got it. So this right here is the preschool playground that the kids can walk out to. Each playground is designated. We have an infant, we have a toddler, we have a preschool, and then also a pre-kindergarten classroom. So they're all developmentally appropriate for those age groups.
Oh, that's
So
great.
this room is not quite set up,
Mhm.
but I don't make you guys dizzy. So this right here is our group time. And so when the kids come in the morning, they'll have a daily meeting where they go ahead and talk about the activities that they're going to be working on. And then not only that, follow up on some of the activities that they've just finished. A unit of curriculum is about 3 weeks. So it gives kids a really good opportunity to dive in and study and explore. We'll have block area. There's ramps that the kids will be able to play with. They've got a dollhouse. What's interesting about Primrose too, during COVID, we won't have these out, but a program very similar to, character counts. Primrose has puppets, and each puppet is a character. And then what we do is we talk about those characters, and it's part of our social emotional development.
Awesome.
So that's a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
And then we have our dress up / dramatic play. We have our community helpers that are there. We also have, this is the one thing that the kids will have each day as a STEM class. In the STEM class, they have science, and then of course sensory, and they will explore, and they're allowed to, get dirty. And we've got this huge pine cone. So I don't know if you can see that in there.
Yes.
So the kids will get magnifying glasses, they can weigh, they'll have a balance scale, there's water, of course, the sensory. And during COVID, what we'll probably do is get a tub so each child can have their own sensory play, so that way we're not cross sharing.
Right.
And then we have a nice relaxing area to review books and kind of hang out with friends.
Yeah, reading corner.
So we're, like I said, right now we're kind of working on getting the room set up. We got some final touches as far as painting going on, some trim work that's being worked on. It's getting exciting. We got a lot of work that's we're finishing up on as we get ready to open up for the 18th.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, can you remind me again, Anissa, what is the age range for children that can attend?
So we have infants that are here at 6 weeks, and then we will go on up to pre-kindergarten. It's a private pre-kindergarten program. In that program, children actually wear uniforms. So that's how the cutoff is September 15th for those kids that are, going to be 5 and getting into kindergarten. So
well, that makes sense. I did actually, when you were talking about, this kind of pre-kindergarten program that you have, I think you said pathways. Is that something where, is it like a half day program? Is it an all day program? Like if I had a kiddo who kind of falls in that age range, would I be able to, enroll them for that? But then, they're there for X amount of hours, or is that kind of a full day thing?
So the thing is that all of our programs have options for half day and then part day, either 2, 3, or 5 days. Families are all different, and we all know where our children are at. And so the thing is that some kids might do better if it's just a 2-day-a-week program, and mom might be able to supplement with other programs, and they're active in the community thanks to you. And also, we do have those friends that come and do preschool, and they do half day. So we want to make sure that we're meeting the parents' needs as far as like scheduling for preschool and pre-kindergarten. So the Pathways program is for like our younger 3s, and we kind of catch those kids at that age versus pre-kindergarten and preschool. So there's a lot of opportunity for parents to see what program would meet their needs as far as scheduling.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, thank you so much for the tour and for the opportunity to learn more. Can you remind me how, if they're interested in connecting with you as far as learning more or, getting a tour and starting that enrollment process, how can they get in contact with you?
Definitely. My phone number is 515-201-5636. And I'm glued to that phone. Also, you can email me at director@primroseurbandale.com. Go ahead and send me an email with a couple of times that you'd be interested in coming out, and we will work on getting you scheduled to come in and visit the program.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Thank you again so much for your time today, Anissa. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks.